Hello everyone, this is Team Grey C for Global Business and Sustainability, and we are going to be presenting our presentation on the simulation game. So, our board members are as follows. Myself, Jehan Mehta, am the CEO. Siddesh is the CEO, which is the Chief Operating Officer. Elton is the Chief Financial Officer. Faizan is the Chief Marketing Officer. Shantanu is part of the HRM department, which is human resources, and Vinay is part of inventory management. So moving on to our company, which is Pineapple. This is our logo, and our tagline is more than an apple, as you can see. Let's talk about our strategic plan. Our competition is to create customer intimacy, and that is our main focus. The goal is to establish a great and long-lasting relationship with our customers so that we can have them coming back to us again and again. The frequency and annual bond with our customers is what creates and makes them loyal towards the brand. The vision and mission statement is to create and provide quality and premium smartphones to all groups. The competitive strategy is focusing on customer intimacy, which is based on leading design, high reliability, and great products. Our targets can be found as as profit of retained earnings, which is capped at 15%. We are proud to state that we have achieved all our goals. Similarly, return on equity, which was capped at 15%, has also been achieved by our company. Average inventory, which is the level and the number of days in which the stock of products is finished, was capped at 30 days. And our focus on staff and level of education is high, which means we give focus to our staff and make sure that they know and they can focus on providing the best possible experience to our customers. Now, moving on to our company, our headquarters are located in Netherlands. The reason being, Netherlands is very economically and politically stable, thus allowing and a friendly environment for our company to survive. And talking about our international strategy, Pineapple, our company, has its business in Belgium, France, UK, Monaco, Singapore, UAE, and Germany. These countries are favorable, affordable, and due to the market demand that is available, are very favorable for the companies. As you can see on our slides, countries like India, Australia, etc., do not have favorable or proper market demand, which means there is no market demand for the right customers for our products, and thus our product has not entered these countries.
Hi, my name is Vinay. Introducing our inventory. Inventory management is a systematic approach to sourcing, storing, and selling inventory, both raw materials, components, and finished goods products. In a business terms, the inventory management means the right stock at the right levels in the right place at the right time and at the right cost as well as price. As a part of your supply chain, inventory management includes aspects such as controlling and overseeing purchases from suppliers as well as customs, maintaining the storage of stock, controlling the amount of products for sale and order fulfilling. Naturally, your components prices inventory management meaning will vary based on the types of products you sell and the channels you sell them through, but as long as the basic ingredients are present, you will have a solid foundation to build upon. Retail inventory management. Retail is broadcast chain. All the terms that describe business to consumer selling. There are essentially two types of retail separated by how and where a sale takes place. First place retail where the purchase takes place digitally. Second offline retail where the purchase is physical through a brick and mortar Stratford as a salesperson. UK and Germany. Since UK and Germany are large markets, our inventory was set up 2,500 restock value and average inventory was 2 and 3 weeks respectively. Netherlands and Belgium, France, Singapore and Monaco. For the markets, the stock value was 10,000 smartphones and we achieving it about a week or two. UAE or final markets saw a decline in sales and inventory declines all follows.
Hi, I'm Elton John Fernandez, and I'm going to be talking about the operational market share of our company. In the first year, we entered the Netherlands market owing to the fact that it had an economic environment and was suitable for us to keep our headquarters there. We gained the majority of the market in customer intimacy and quality segment. The table shows 50.4% and 55.7% accordingly. Later, in the second year, we expanded into the Belgium and UK markets where we did fairly well and where we got majority of the markets there as well. In France, we suffered a bit, but we held on. Monaco, Singapore, Germany as well, we entered in the following years. In UAE, we just entered in the last round and we just got 67.79% in the quality market segment. We were just testing the waters in the Middle East. The organizational structure. In the first two rounds, we stuck to a functional structure, but the game had notified us that it was a risky move and we had to make changes accordingly. So we gathered together as a group and took collective decisions to shift towards an internationalization structure. Internationalization strategy. Based on internationalization strategy, we entered foreign markets such as the UK, France, Germany, Singapore, Belgium, Monaco, and the UAE. We expanded in 2023, which is round three, where we expanded our business using this strategy, and we grew around 445% in that year. This was a major step because after round one, we were at the bottom of the rankings, and towards the end, we were second in our group and overall around 12th position. This growth has helped us provide our quality services to many other customers around the globe. In total, we entered 8 markets, which is a very high number. We wanted to become a global market leader from the very beginning. And in the start, we couldn't choose the internationalization strategy because at that time, due to the lack of funds and all that, we stuck to a functional strategy. And in the long run, it turned out to be a great decision to shift to the internationalization strategy.
Hello everyone, my name is Shantanu Patil and I am handling the human resource management of Pineapple Company. So let me just give you the idea and glimpse of what HRM does. HR department basically is tasked towards looking after the employees and maximizing the productivity of each and every employee working in the company. So we just make sure that each and every employee working in the company is assigned and given proper task to work, which he can manage to do in assigned time period. So in our company, we have 55 full-time working employees who look after each and every order and shipments and take care of our customers' complaint. And the maximum workload per employee is 104%, not more than that, because we need to make sure that they are not getting mentally exhausted, and also we need to take our employees' mental health. So we have just kept it down to 104% and not more than that. And obviously, yes, if we are asking our employees to work more than their assigned workload, we need to make sure that we are giving them enough credits and enough awards. So in headquarter employees, we give them 4.8% of increase in their salary for motivation and loyalty. So that they are enoughly motivated towards innovation in the company, as we need to compete with our competitors throughout the globe. So we are just keeping them motivated towards their work and whatever task we are assigning them. So there are new ideas each and every time we are doing our task. And if they are working beyond their targets, so we are giving 3.5% of bonus to our employees. This again acts as a motivation for each and every employee who is working in our company. And if they are reaching their assigned target, it's just 2%, just to acknowledge their work, whatever they have contributed in the project or in their task. So in our company, Pineapple, we highly believe in best quality education amongst our employee. So we have spent total of 7,500 euros towards education of our staff. We have allotted this huge budget just to educate our employees, as our company is a mobile producing company, and there is high amount of technological equipments involved in the production of this each and every unit. We need to make sure that our employees are educated enough and are well trained to use this technology. So we have just allotted this huge budget to educate our employees, and our full-time employees spend their two-thirds of time on training and personal development. So not only the training towards the technology, but we are trying to teach them other things, which includes personal developments like best communication with other employees and other workforces in the internal environment of the company, and just internal communication. So there should not be any communication gap, and everything should flow properly. The company has also invested in high potential and coaching programs, which will help to extract the best out of our employees. Like we are just running other courses and other teaching programs in our company. Uh, this will be entirely handled by HRM department. So this will help our employees to bring their innovation and keep their ideas in front of our managing board, so that our company is growing at a very fast pace. Mandatory internal courses. Uh, this is what just I was talking about. As our education is the most important thing among our employees, uh, we just thought of teaching our employees about the laws which will affect the employees and the companies. So we are teaching about the laws, company policies, the policies of our company, and the questions and complaints on the social media. So if someone is asking about questions about the new product, so employees should be capable enough to answer those questions. So we ask training them accordingly. And lastly, it is mandatory for employees to learn about privacy and data leaks, as there are n number of competitors who are trying to compete with us. We need to make sure that our data is not getting leaked and our data is safe, so that the consumers have trust on our company. So we are training our employees for privacy and to stop the data leaks. So this is what the extra courses we are trying to run.
Hello everyone, my name is Siddesh Matre and I'm going to present you the finance sector of our company. In this graph, you can see it shows return profit in millions for the 5 years we have been working. And in 2021, we made a loss because it was the first year and we didn't have any much idea, but the interpretations or the ideas we thought how the business will go, it went wrong. The financial sector also lacked in terms of like entering the markets or properly analyzing things. Then we made some changes in strategies such as functional strategies and marketing strategies. Then in 2022, we made a good profit of about 276 million. And then in 2023, it went down as we entered two more markets. And in 2024, it was very low, as you can see. It was the lowest from the 2022 to 2025 because we entered maximum markets in 2023, which caused us to like too many expenses, and to overcome that we had no other option but to suffer the loss. Then in 2025, the expenses we made in 2023 gave us the profit, and it was the highest of all the 5 years. In this slide, we can see the capital growth of our company. As you can see, for the first 2 years, it was negative because as we were the new entrants in the few markets, we messed up with the strategies and few things such as the things didn't go as we planned, so it ended up in reducing our capital growth. But later we made significant changes in our strategies and in the companies, by which from 2022 it went up every year, and in 2025 it was around 11,007 millions. So that was a good growth, and the growth rate, as you can see, was continuous, and uh, it was following a specific pattern. So it was a good side for the company. In this slide, you can see the cash positions. Cash positions means the cash we have for a company. As you can see, we were never in negative or deficit. We had enough cash to carry out our businesses, and as you can see, it went like up and up every year because we had proper management. We planned properly for this sector, and the things were pretty favorable, and everything went as we planned. This slide shows the latest balance sheet of our company, that is for the year 2025. As you can see, we had, as you can see our balance sheet, we had enough cash in our hand, like cash flow. And comparing to last year, our company grew by 49%, and before that the percentage rise was about 83%, 89%. And when we entered various markets in 2023, the respective change for 2024 was around 445%.
Hi, my name is Faizan Mukadam. I am the CMO of this company, but here I am reviewing the HRM data. As my colleague Shantanu Patil explained about the HRM stuff, we did uh, introduce some level of remuneration for the employees for them to perform well. We did introduce some courses for employee motivation and their education. Here's the data which classifies our employees. As you can see, the red is the new staff, the blue is the staff left, the green is the staff who stayed, and yellow is the externally hired staff. As you can see, 2020, 2021, the numbers are very low because obviously that was the stage where we began our operations. But from 2022, as we grew into many markets, the externally hired staff have since grown up, and the staff which we hired have stayed with us, whereas the staff who have left are in relatively lesser numbers. These are the key indicators which shows how we did as an HR in the HR department. Again, the red is the workload, the blue is the staff motivation, the green is the educational level. As my colleague spoke, that we introduced a lot of personality development courses for our employees, and their time, it was 2/3 of their time which we enrolled into the courses. Hence, the education level of our staff, it reached 100% by the end, which was also one of our targets for the entirety. The workload after it began the operations, it spiked up and it stayed constant, which is a good sign.
However, the staff motivation, we were unable to crack it. I think we made a few mistakes in involving the remunerations, the bonuses in this, for the employees, and it kind of dropped. Although we stayed constant, we were hoping to raise it up by the end. For the conclusion of simulation game, I would just like to say it was a learning curve. The takeaways, obviously, within the game, it was to focus more on the research and the development department, because by the end we unlocked all the stars for our phones. However, we could have done it beforehand if we had invested more in the R&D. We need to focus more on the structure of the company. As many of my colleagues discussed, we were at the functional structure of the company, which is suitable for startups because it does not involve a lot of money. However, if we had implemented some other strategy from the very beginning, I think we could have ended up a little higher than we did. Regarding the marketing, I think we did well in the final sectors, but if we had started right on the forefront in the marketing department as a new entrant, I think it could have helped as well. Speaking of experience, the real life takeaways, even though it's a virtual environment, we learned a lot about the real workings of the company. It gave us a glimpse of various operations such as marketing, finance, inventory, and HR. The importance of a concise strategy and sound functioning of a company was also taught by the game. If hypothetically we are sticking to the game going forward, we'd like to invest more in the research and development. We'd like to keep on with the marketing as we learned. Regarding the customer intimacy and quality segment, we learned quite later in the game, I think in the second week, wherein we were selling the phones in that particular market, which was not clear to us when we first entered. Since we entered in a cost leadership basis, we changed gears. We changed gears in marketing and shifted to customer intimacy and quality segment. So we'll stick to that because our phone is pretty good in that segment. Inventory, we had kept a 30-day target, but it was an up and down situation wherein we were able to achieve it in some years we were not able to achieve it. So I think inventory is definitely a side to improve if hypothetically we do continue. Staff education is definitely our best point because it reached 100%, and I don't think we can improve on 100%. And staff motivation, as I spoke about, we could have done some changes to what we were offering as a bonuses to our staff, and we could have done something with it. Speaking of the simulation game as a whole, we did end up second in our own batch of Gracie. However, we would have loved to end up first, but to speak up with the team effort of the collaborative effort, we started off on the wrong foot. We were dead fourth, but as the week progressed, we made huge stretches in terms of growth. And regarding the profit, as my colleague spoke, we had the wrong incorrect price at the beginning, which we improved and doubled it. So did our profits. So it was a very good experience, and again, we could have ended up much higher, but I'm glad where we ended up. Thank you.